Chapter 4 The Artistic Age, Jahangir and Noor Jahan. Introduction. An Era of Refinement. After the powerful reign of Akbar, the Mughal Empire entered a new phase, not one of conquest, but of culture, elegance, and refinement. This was the age of Jahangir, the emperor who transformed the Mughal court into a center of art, beauty, and intellectual expression. If Akbar built the foundations of the empire, Jahangir gave it a soul. The rise of Jahangir. In 1605, Prince Salim ascended the throne, taking the name Nuruddin Muhammad Jahangir, meaning World Caesar. From a young age, Jahangir had lived a life of luxury and education. Unlike his father Akbar, he was not a warrior king, but a connoisseur of art, beauty, and nature. His reign marked a shift from conquest to culture, from battlefield to atelier, from empire building to artistic refinement. Yet this refinement came with complexity. Jahangir, the emperor of justice and art. Jahangir was deeply fascinated by justice. He introduced the famous chain of justice, a golden chain hung outside his palace which any citizen could pull to seek direct justice from the emperor. He took pride in being a fair ruler, often recording court events and judgments in his memoirs, the Tuzuk-i-Jahangiri. At the same time, Jahangir was a man of contradictions. He was a patron of art and culture, yet struggled with personal indulgences. He was compassionate towards animals and artists, yet ruthless towards rebellion. Noor Jahan, the most powerful woman of the Mughal Empire. One cannot speak of Jahangir without speaking of Noor Jahan. Born Meherun-Nisa, she rose from noble origins to become the most influential woman in Mughal history. After marrying Jahangir, she became his closest advisor, confidant, and political partner. Noor Jahan was no ordinary queen. She issued royal orders in her own name, had coins minted bearing her name, appointed officials and influenced state policy. In many ways, she ruled alongside and sometimes beyond the emperor himself. The zenith of Mughal art. Under Jahangir, Mughal painting reached its artistic peak. Court artists created lifelike portraits, detailed nature studies, and elaborate royal scenes. Jahangir himself was a keen observer of nature and demanded scientific accuracy in paintings of animals, birds, and plants. Miniature paintings from this era are considered masterpieces of world art. This was the golden age of Mughal painting. Cultural refinement and tolerance. Jahangir continued Akbar's policy of religious tolerance. He supported scholars of different faiths, maintained friendly relations with Hindu nobles, and patronized learning across cultures. Persian art blended seamlessly with Indian traditions, creating a uniquely Mughal cultural identity. Music, poetry, and architecture flourished under royal patronage. The shadows behind the glory. Despite the splendor, Jahangir's reign was not without flaws. He struggled with alcoholism and ill health. Court politics grew intense. Power struggles among nobles increased. Yet, even in decline, the administrative structure of the empire remained strong, thanks to systems built during earlier reigns. The transition to Shah Jahan. As Jahangir's health failed, the empire prepared for another transition. The man who would soon ascend the throne, Prince Khurram, later known as Shah Jahan, was already making his mark. With him would come an era defined not just by power but by architectural magnificence. Conclusion. A golden interlude. The reign of Jahangir stands as a bridge between two giants, Akbar and Shah Jahan. It was an era of refinement, art, and cultural brilliance. While not known for vast conquests, Jahangir's legacy lies in his patronage of beauty, justice, and culture. His reign transformed the Mughal court into a center of artistic excellence, leaving a legacy that still echoes through the halls of history.